What's up, guys? Hectopod here. Here we got another video of next week's matchups of the playoffs. It's a big matchups and it's super wild card weekend. So let's get into this, guys. Let's go. Hectopod in business. This is Henry, and I'm with
Nathaniel.
And let's get into this. Some playoff matchups we have a little bit arguments over about who's going to win. But, let's have a fun time and let's get into this.
Okay, so the first game of this super wild card weekend is the Seahawks versus the 49ers. It will probably be a really good matchup between these two elite teams. But I'm thinking the 49ers with Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel, they've got major threats in that offense.
I'm thinking actually the Seahawks here. I think I'm going all out Geno Smith. Geno Smith is such a comeback player of the year. He's had such an amazing year. What do you think for the score prediction for the 49ers, Ned?
I think it will be a very close game. I'm thinking 30-27, 49ers on top.
I'm thinking a pretty similar score, but I'm thinking maybe by a touchdown or around 3 points. I'm thinking 17-14, Seattle on top. On to the next matchup, we have Justin Herbert versus Trevor Lawrence in a good QB battle on the Chargers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars have been really a good team. They've turned around their season, and I think I'm going to have to go with Justin Herbert and the Chargers here. I think they have more depth. Even though Mike Williams will be out this week, I think they still have a good wide receiver in Keenan Allen. They still have a good wide receiver across the whole board. They have Austin Eckler as their running back. I think they've got this one in the bag. I'm saying 27-21. What do you think, Nat?
Yeah, I also have to take Chargers too. They've got major threats in the offense, the passing game. It's extraordinary. I have to go 17-7, Chargers on top. And then we're on to Sunday with the second day of the super wild card weekend. We have the Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills, an AFC East matchup, and I think it's going to be a really great game. I mean, the Bills, I believe that they're going to win because they have major threats with Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen, and great athletes. Also, the Dolphins lost their two quarterbacks due to injuries, and they're on their third-string quarterback with Skylar Thompson, who isn't really that great. So I believe that that's going to be the Dolphins' weakness, and I'm saying Bills on top, 36-12.
I'm thinking a pretty similar score. I'm going to say 30... maybe 38-17. So another good matchup. This happened during the regular season, and I'm looking for a good game in this one. And I really hope Danny Dimes has a really great game. Saquon Barkley is there. I mean, looking for the Giants next year, I think they need to find a better wide receiver, but they lack the wide receiver that the Vikings have. And I think the Vikings could pull off and have a great game with Justin Jefferson. They have Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook. They have Kirk Cousins. But they did struggle against the Green Bay Packers in Week 17. So I think the Giants are going to be on top by a field goal, 17-14. What do you think, Nat?
I'm thinking Jay Jettis and the Vikings. They have really great ability to win, and they are really well-rounded in the game of complementary football. So I believe that they're gonna be on top over the Giants in a 16-13 battle. Next, we have an AFC North matchup with the Bengals and the Ravens. I think this will be a pretty close game, but I'm thinking that the Cincinnati Bengals will win, and they might even go to the Super Bowl twice in a row. And because they have really great offensive players like Joe Mixon, Joe Burrow. They have Jamar Chase. Their offensive line is doing pretty well. Their defense isn't that bad. So I'm believing that they're going to win because the Ravens don't have Lamar Jackson back, and I don't think they can do that and succeed that well without them. So I'm predicting that the Bengals will win 24-10.
And I'm thinking that the last matchup of the season, Week 18, we had the Bengals against the Ravens, and the Ravens struggled against the Bengals. I mean, against their defense, Eli Apple, Trey Hendrickson, the Ravens have really struggled, and the Bengals have taken advantage of that, backing up with Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, Hayden Hurst, T. Higgins. The list goes on. Joe Burrow. I'm thinking it's going to be a really big game, just like Week 18 was. I think I'm going to go a high-scoring game, 42-25 or 26, somewhere in that range. So the last matchup of the wild card weekend is the Buccaneers versus the Cowboys. And it's on Monday night, so it should be a really good game, prime time game. And Tom Brady has been perfect against the Cowboys, which is crazy. So I think that Tom Brady, even despite having a terrible record, he's really good in the playoffs, and he's really good at the Super Bowl, getting his team to the Super Bowl. I think he can probably win this game. It'll probably be closer than what people will think, even though Tom Brady has a perfect record against the Cowboys. I think that the defense and the offense can get things done, but the offense needs to step it up early. The defense has been playing very well, but the offense needs to step it up very early in the game for them to have a chance to win. The defense needs to lock down the Cowboys' running game and CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver. So my predictions for this week is the Buccaneers on top by a field goal, 21-19.
I think, on the other hand, I think that the Cowboys will win against the Buccaneers because the Buccaneers have had a losing record this season. They're not doing as well as they did last year. And the Cowboys have gone very far this season with all their offensive and defensive threats like Micah Parsons. And I think they're going to win over the Buccaneers 24-21 in a very tight battle.
So guys, this brings us to the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll be doing it next week for the divisional, and hopefully our predictions are correct.
Yep.
I know we had 2 games that we were disagreeing on. Maybe it was 3. I can't really remember now. But going into this weekend, if your team wins, let us know in the comments. Also, let us know in the comments if you like this video, if you like us doing it with the cards, if you guys want us to try different cards next week. Let us know. Let us know your score predictions in the comments, and we want to hear from you guys as much as we can. So, until next time,
Hectopod signing out.